My hope is that this course has given you the tools you need to help you close the distance between who you are today and who you want to become.
I am embarrassed with myself. So first of all, I'm super excited to say that I've agreed to a partnership with the Bullet Journal team where I have free range to review their course. At first, I didn't think I was going to get much out of it because I've been really happy with my bullet journal practice, but then I thought, who am I to think that I wouldn't get something new out of an opportunity to go in depth on the bullet journal method from the inventor himself? So in this video, I'm going to share what surprised me the most about the course, what I think could have been better, what I found the most valuable, and what I would honestly say to a friend who's thinking about taking this course. But first, let's talk about the price. I'm not going to make you wait until the end of this video before I tell you that this is a $250 course. I know this might be a lot of money for some, so I'm going to leak my favorite exercises and prompts from the course so you can get a super small taste of all of its glory. Sorry, writer, I know I didn't get exclusive permission to do this, so I'm asking for forgiveness now. Also, the course comes with a basic membership, which adds a whole nother layer of value that I'm going to get into later. Just know the potential lifetime benefits that this course has to offer is something that could honestly be priceless. First off, there's a lot of content and a ton of stuff to explore. I was genuinely impressed with not only the quantity of the material, but the quality. Even though the videos are really short, I really underestimated how much I would get out of each lesson, and there's like over 50 of them. Plus, there's even sections that have much longer videos that have updated materials and provide even more clarity based on the community feedback. But like I said, the course comes with the basic membership, which in my opinion is all you really need, because there is the option to upgrade to the premium membership or get it on its own without the course. It's $10 a month and you get everything that comes with the basic membership, but with access to their exclusive live events and their recordings, along with a writing room that has more reflections and downloadable content. I did not have access to this, but I did not feel deprived in any way with just the course materials and the basic membership. And the other thing to consider is that since the bullet journal team and I are tight now, I asked them if you can use my code SIMI for a 10% discount, and they were like, I don't know if they were really like that, but just make sure you use my little referral link so they know that you're part of my club. Alright, so now I'm going to get into what surprised me the most. So after each video, you're given a prompt or an activity to either do in your journal or in the discussion section online. Then there's this little navigation section outside of the course where you can explore the community and tons of different ways, and oh my gosh, it was so overwhelming because I wanted to just experience everything. But what surprised me the most about the discussion section and the community was not just the amount of interaction, but the quality of the interaction. I rarely ever saw a question go unanswered, and the amount of helpful information that was being thrown around was banging. There were so many cool ideas and so many helpful responses. Oh, and this is actually pretty funny, but still relevant. So I was also surprised to find out that the basic membership gave me access to join the live video for the bullet journal pocket launch that was exclusive to the community. So I'll be totally transparent and say that I attended this event out of pure curiosity because I already had been given my very own set of pocket journals before it was released. What's hilarious is that even after having mine for almost a week or so, I didn't even know about half the features that they were showcasing in the live event. The chat was popping off during the call, and people were sharing loads of ideas they had for using it, even though they didn't even have one yet. Anyway, I know this isn't a review for the pocket journal, but I just wanted to mention that I still got a lot of joy and extra value out of a live event that wasn't even meant for me. Okay, let me get back to the course material itself because I want to get into showing you guys the prompts and the exercises that I enjoyed, but I think it's only fair that I go through what could have been improved. So the course starts out by establishing the foundations for the practice of bullet journaling. He goes through things like setting intentions and going through the gear with some really cool tips, by the way. And then it gets into stuff that people mostly know about bullet journaling for like the daily, weekly, and monthly setups. I don't know if this was just me being impatient, but in the beginning, it was kind of unclear on what I was actually putting in my journal and what I was supposed to be drafting to put in my journal or to just think about. Because you don't actually start setting up your journal until a decent amount of videos into the course. However, one of my favorite prompts actually came from very early on in the course, and it came with really good timing. It was on how to sort between signals versus noise in our lives. And the questions are, what are some of the noises in your life that distract you from your purpose? How might you mitigate some of those noises and distractions? And what support do you need to do so? I did this in my journal and I got immediate value that I was able to take action on like right away. So I'd say that if you're a beginner bullet journaler, maybe just do all the early prompts in your journal, even though it hasn't been like technically set up. It's not the end of the world if your setups don't start at the very beginning, and plus, all the prompts in the beginning have a lot to do with understanding why you're doing what you're doing, so starting your journal with this can help you focus on that. The other thing is that some bullet journaling concepts are much harder to grasp and use than others, and putting it together can be very challenging, which is one of the problems that this course solves. Ryder does a great job explaining and breaking down how each part of the bullet journal method works, but I think it would have been great to have some sort of like practice exercises to help people implement the method. Believe me, I totally get how hard this would be to do, so I think we would have just been like spoiled to have that because this course already like over delivers, which leads me to the most valuable stuff. So I kind of already touched on this, but it's worth saying again. One of the most valuable things about the course is the community interaction. And speaking of community, if you're watching this and you took the course, leave a comment sharing your honest thoughts about it, because that would be like really helpful too. I couldn't technically say this was the most valuable thing I got out of the course because I hadn't done it yet, but the potential value in it was making me want to put it in as a contender. And this was adding a weekly ritual to my bullet journal setup. I never thought I would need one of these until I took the course, and the fact that almost every video had a related journaling prompt put so much more thought and intentionality towards whatever tool was being introduced, which is why it's quite compelling for me to start doing a simple weekly setup. Okay, so this was hard to pick as like a number one, and I'll probably change this as I try more things that I learned from the course, but the one thing I found the most valuable to my current situation were the curious questions that Ryder poses for the monthly ritual. These are like questions that are asked when you're going through your to-do list from the previous month, which have been super helpful for releasing guilt and unnecessary attachment to a to-do. Most of the time, the easiest thing to do is to just carry over whatever didn't get done into the next month. But even just like asking yourself these questions in your head before doing so can free up so much of your time and energy. And it can also bring up the true root of the problem for not getting something done. Okay, so overall, if a friend were to ask me if they should purchase the course, here's what I would honestly say, depending on their relationship to their current bullet journaling practice. If you're brand new to bullet journaling, or you've had a flaky relationship with journaling, then absolutely, no brainer. It gets you started with your intentions like right from the jump without all the confusion and the distraction the internet has to offer. It's just like the leanest way to having a clear understanding of how the bullet journal method is supposed to serve you. If you've been journaling for a while and it hasn't quite been like slapping the same way, or you're just looking for some fresh ideas to help you figure out how to use your journal in a new way because your life circumstances have changed, then I'd still recommend the course, because I thought that I wasn't gonna get much out of it, but
I am embarrassed with myself.
in either case, if you want to just test out the waters, I'd go for the other option and sign up for the premium membership and then just lurk the posts, ask questions, join the reflections, and then take advantage of the live calls. Personally though, I try to avoid subscriptions like the plague, so this is another reason why I think the lifetime access to the course and the basic membership seem like the best deal to me. Plus, I only asked if you guys could use the code on the course, so do yourself a favor and treat yourself using my discount and the Club member link below. Is there anything else that I could think about? I think I covered all of it. I think that was thorough. Yeah, no, I can't think of anything else. TTYL.